their propaganda for the Russian regime and the undermining of Western influence, and for that they were partially expelled from Ukraine. Danilov actually resettled in Slovakia, and from there it spread to the Czech Republic. It seems like they have a really strong influence here in this area now. That's why you also see a huge number of dubbed videos from them, and why their videos seem to often pop up in different groups. These are all quite dangerous things. From the safest to the most dangerous features, which I don't want to describe in too much detail yet, but I have my suspicions about it, but I haven't found many professional sources, so I'll keep quiet for now. There's a connection to another so-called pro-Russian esoteric sect, which has already tried to commit mass suicide, and she actually did exactly the same thing. I'm not saying it's the same person, it was led by a woman. There are very interesting connections, which I'll try to describe in detail in the next video, but I'd like to know if you've heard of something like this, or of something else as another background to this movement, or generally, what are your experiences with it? Have you come across any crazies? The problem is they copy most of the narratives. They use all religious language. Yes, take the name Allatra. Allat is a goddess in Islam. That's no beautiful thing, because Allat is actually a symbol of the opposite of Allah. Yes, it was Allah, that's a god, but Allah is the female form of that. It is also, among other things, the name of one of the three goddesses which Muhammad initially recognized in the satanic verses and then later retracted that it is a significant goddess. It's a symbol of the fight for feminism in the Islamic world, and Ra is a symbol of the Egyptian god, or is that one of his names? And this could lead to some kind of Kemetism, but Ra connects it all with Allatra as a ufological aspect. It's more due to Daniken than any interest in Egypt, but possibly if Nefertiti or Tutankhamun were reincarnated as those leaders, then maybe yes, but otherwise Egypt doesn't play a real role there, and they use the New Age mainly for self-gratification. Yes, they also use Ahriman. Satan is called Ahriman, that's from Zoroastrianism again, yes, and they just mix whatever they want in there. It doesn't make sense at all how a pro-Russian organization can be called Allatra with the female aspect. Yes, they claim they emphasize it. There are various visionaries these days, that strange Jana, right? They're all quite dangerous psychopaths in my opinion, who are completely convinced. About their power, and they typically fit into such complexes as charismatic leaders. For me, the main problem is that this is an organization that as soon as you support or help in any way, you actually support the connection to the war in Ukraine and their entire propaganda disinformation machine, which seems crazy to me. But if you're someone who is on the Russian side, please at least think about the fact that they will convince you that you should move somewhere in Ukraine or somewhere else altogether. Give them your apartment, serve them, yes, write a hut on them, just anything. Yes, you will get cancer. They will let you die. They will take your money and they don't care. They'll convince you that you have to float to some other dimension. They don't care, so please reconsider, at least this year if my previous arguments didn't convince you. And I welcome any comments. If you are defenders of the Allatra movement or simply its haters, write to me in the comments and I look forward to hearing from you.